Thich Nhat Hanh opens the Miracle of Mindfulness with a heartfelt letter to a fellow monk, Brother Quang, discussing the importance of mindfulness in everyday life. The introduction sets the tone for the book, highlighting mindfulness as an essential practice rather than an abstract concept. He shares stories of his experiences in Vietnam, emphasizing how mindfulness transforms the way we live, work, and interact with others. Mindfulness, he insists, is not something separate from daily existence. It is woven into the fabric of everything we do. Chapter 1. The Essential Practice of Mindfulness. The first chapter introduces the core idea of mindfulness as the foundation of a peaceful and fulfilling life. Thich Nhat Hanh describes simple yet profound ways to cultivate mindfulness in routine activities, washing dishes, eating, and even breathing. Through these examples, he emphasizes that mindfulness is not limited to meditation sessions, but extends to every moment. He recalls a story about a monk who advised a novice to drink tea fully aware of the action, highlighting that true presence turns ordinary moments into miracles. Chapter 2. Mindfulness in Daily Life. This chapter delves deeper into the practice of mindfulness in everyday tasks. Thich Nhat Hanh suggests that every action, no matter how mundane, can be a meditative experience if done with full awareness. He introduces the concept of washing the dishes to wash the dishes, not as a means to an end, but as an act of complete presence. This idea extends to other tasks such as walking, breathing, and eating. He shares the metaphor of a farmer carrying a basket of potatoes to illustrate how mindfulness lightens life's burdens and increases our connection to the present moment. Chapter 3. The Power of Breathing. Breath, according to Thich Nhat Hanh, is the bridge between the body and mind. This chapter explores how conscious breathing serves as an anchor to the present moment. He introduces basic breathing exercises that help cultivate awareness and inner peace. The simple act of inhaling and exhaling, when done mindfully, becomes a tool for calming the mind and body. He draws from Buddhist teachings and personal experiences, explaining that even amidst chaos, the breath remains a source of tranquility. Chapter 4. Meditation as a Way of Life. Thich Nhat Hanh dispels the notion that meditation is a rigid or esoteric practice. Instead, he presents it as a natural extension of mindfulness in daily life. He describes sitting meditation as a way to cultivate awareness and compassion. Walking meditation, a practice he deeply values, transforms a simple stroll into a profound spiritual experience. The chapter underscores that meditation is not about escaping life, but about fully embracing it with clarity and peace. Chapter 5. The Nature of Interbeing. Expanding on mindfulness, Thich Nhat Hanh introduces the concept of interbeing, the interconnectedness of all things. He explains that nothing exists independently. Everything is interwoven in a delicate web of existence. This realization fosters compassion and a sense of unity with others. He illustrates this with the metaphor of a piece of paper, which contains the clouds, the sun, the rain, and the tree it came from. Recognizing interbeing, he argues, transforms how we see the world and our place in it. Chapter 6. The Art of Deep Listening and Loving Speech. Mindfulness, Thich Nhat Hanh asserts, is not just about personal well-being, but also about fostering harmonious relationships. This chapter emphasizes deep listening and compassionate speech as essential aspects of mindfulness. He explains that truly listening to someone without judgment or distraction is a powerful gift. Loving speech, in turn, can heal wounds and nurture understanding. He shares stories of conflict resolution, showing how mindfulness and communication can transform relationships. Chapter 7. Transforming Suffering. Mindfulness, rather than avoiding pain, allows us to fully face and transform suffering. Thich Nhat Hanh describes suffering as an unavoidable part of life, but asserts that how we relate to it makes all the difference. Through mindfulness, we learn to embrace our suffering rather than resist it, turning it into a source of growth and wisdom. He introduces practical techniques for dealing with emotions like anger and fear, advocating for self-compassion and awareness as the first steps toward healing. Chapter 8. The Miracle of Mindfulness. The book culminates in a reflection on mindfulness as a daily miracle. Thich Nhat Hanh reiterates that mindfulness is not an abstract ideal, but a practical way to live with more joy, presence, and understanding. He urges readers to carry mindfulness into every aspect of their lives, not just in moments of meditation, but in every breath, step, and interaction. The chapter serves as an invitation to see life as it truly is, a continuous miracle waiting to be experienced fully. Conclusion: a lifelong practice. Thich Nhat Hanh closes the book with a reminder that mindfulness is a lifelong journey, not a destination. He encourages the reader to approach life with curiosity and openness, embracing each moment with full awareness. Mindfulness, he suggests, is not just a personal practice, but a collective effort that can bring peace to individuals, families, and even societies. The book leaves the reader with a sense of empowerment, ready to integrate mindfulness into their everyday lives. Final thoughts. The Miracle of Mindfulness is more than just a guide to meditation. It is an invitation to transform the way we experience life. Thich Nhat Hanh's gentle wisdom and poetic storytelling make mindfulness accessible to all, regardless of background or experience. The book's simple yet profound teachings remind us that true happiness is found in the present moment, if only we take the time to notice it.